Ohashima, konshima, jokinshima, jiri-jiri-shima. Wait, I forgot. Wait, no, jiri-jiri. Ohashima? How does it go again? Ohashima, konshima, jiri-jiri, jokinshima. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. It's been a few days. I forgot to make the post for this stream until just now. I can hear my air conditioner in the background. That's not good. Ohashima, konshima, jiri-jiri. How have you guys been? When was the last time I streamed? Like 2 days ago. It feels like it's been ages. BGM's a little bit loud. Anyways, I feel like I haven't done much for the past 2 days. What have I done really? Work. I cleaned my room. I did a deep clean of my apartment. I mean the Shima Castle. And it's a lot cleaner now, but it took me like 4 hours. But like it was really bad. I had so much rubbish stacked up, like so much cardboard. I had to wash the dishes. I cleaned out my drain. Cleaned out all my drains. I cleaned the toilet. I cleaned basically everything. It's like spotless now. It's been 20 years. Don't exaggerate. It's been 2 days. Konshima, koreshima. Did you catch up on sleep? I'm still in debt. I'm still in sleep debt, but it's okay. It's okay. The Shimafe will cover that for me. It's okay. I'll sleep more today because tomorrow I don't need to go to work, and so I put my stream to be a bit later and 1 hour later. But you know that 1 hour is really important. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to Dushin's concert, so I've taken a day off work because I went on the business trip, right? So I can take, because I worked on Saturday and Sunday for the business trip, so I can take 2 days off on the weekday. Ohashima Taco Sapien. Your stream? You mean Hima's stream? I mean Hima's stream. Oh yeah, Hima's streaming tomorrow. I forgot, yeah. Nesan is streaming tomorrow. She's doing ASMR. What kind of ASMR? I don't know. She hasn't decided yet. Yeah, I started on time today. Are you proud of me? I'm a different man now. I've changed. I've changed my ways. I'm gonna be on time from now on. You and Hima look pretty alike. It's because we're twins. We get that a lot. We look really similar. But yeah, it's just, you know, genetics. It'd be that way. Today we're going to play. Can you tell us how to rizz up Hima-chan? No, Hima-chan is mine. Hima's mine. You can't rizz her up. You can try if you want. But Hima has high standards. Hima has very high standards. But go ahead and try. What was I gonna say again? Yeah, we're going to play Ace Attorney. Now we're on to episode 2. So let's see if Kazuma is still here with us. Kazuma, please. I swear to God, if he's like overseas, or if he's like been killed for this episode and we have to solve his crime, like find the murderer for his murder, then I'm gonna kill. No, I'm not gonna kill myself. I am going to be very, very upset. Keeping the bloodline pure, I see. No, but not like that. But yeah. Case 2. Can't compare to someone as mighty as King Shima, but I will try respectfully Riz. You can try, but you know, how can you compare to me? Obviously, Hima would love me way more than she'd love you. I'm just too perfect. You know what? My friend told me that I'm like this is anime that's currently airing called Raeliana. Why Raeliana went to the Duke's castle, and there's a webtoon as well. But I don't know if they've aired this part yet. But she's been reading the webtoon, right? And she was, oh my gosh, you're exactly the same as the Pope. And that made me kind of upset. I was like, huh? I'm supposed to be this like, oh, how am I similar to this Sogaki character? He's like this really like selfish, spoiled Pope, and then he has like a child form as well. But she was like, it's basically you, Shiva. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Pope Shima, you know, Maybe I should be the Pope. Oh my gosh, Pope of the Church of Shima. That's perfect. Maybe I should be the Pope. Hello, Shima Hunter. Can't compare to someone as King Shima is kind and generous, not selfish at all. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Hee 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 hee. Ready for more Ace Attorney? Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Ah ha 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 ha. I've been like holding interviews for work and like for helping friends and stuff lately, and like it feels similar to streaming somehow. Somehow online interviews feel like streaming. But I need to open this. Every stream of Ace Attorney better than all of She-Hulk. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Isn't that really unpopular? Wait, King Shima, those sunglasses are reflective. Oh fuck. Are they? No, don't look in the reflect. Honestly, those hand cam streams have given me trauma. I don't know if I can ever do them again. Why? Why do reflections exist? Oh, that's really loud. What is that? Also, another thing is I've been buying so much stuff with Medukari lately. I don't know. They keep on giving me coupons and then I'm like, oh, I guess I'll use it. But I think it's becoming an addiction. It's really bad. I've sold stuff on Medukari as well. We'll never see another sausage bread, hot dog. Don't remove the brackets. What do you call them? Someone corrected me on that last time. It's not brackets. What are they called? Parentheses. Anyways, they're sausage bread, okay? What's wrong with sausage bread? They were fun streams though. Yeah, they're fun. I know. I'll do it again when I have more courage. When I can be more certain that it won't be reflective. Also, don't dox yourself, please. I'm trying not to. I'm trying my best. Parentheses. I've never heard yeah, I have, but parentheses feels wrong. Nothing is wrong with hot dogs. No, they're not hot dogs, it's sausage bread. Let's see if you can see the gaming thing. You can't see my gaming screen. Ah, it's loaded. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. OBS is listening to me. Okay. Become a vampire so you won't have a reflection. Do vampires not have reflections? Do vampires not have reflections? I guess that's proof that I'm not a vampire. Next one. Let's go to gaming. Let's start gaming, boys. Gaming Shimas, boys and girls. Continue. Should I turn up the volume a little bit? Can you hear the game? Oh, it's a bit loud now. Is the volume okay? Shows. I need to make the window a bit. Shows. Oh, do you like my cursor? I'm thinking of putting up on coffee. You can see my cursor. Oh, you can see my cursor. I'm gonna put this up on. I was like, either it's gonna be like a membership talk 10 bonus, or I'm just gonna put it up for free on coffee. Oh, oops. Isn't it cute? Hoshikunai? Don't you want it? It's a little Shima. Oh, there's like some kind of snake. Were you guys able to hear the dubbing okay? Could you hear the voices? I want the beautiful English lady to show up again. She was innocent. She was innocent. You guys are all simps. Small Shimor. Oh my gosh, it's him! Shit, you can't see the subs. He's steampunk Sherlock Holmes. Boy.
ロシア語。どうやら被害者はロシア人ということか。文字に全く乱れは感じられない。
Compost Mentis. What is that?
見たことのない妙な文字だな。
開けるな。Don't open it.
このメッセージとは明らかに違う。いや、これはむしろ人種が違うと断言してもいいかもしれない。
He's hot. Yeah, I think I've seen this guy before. Oh. He's like some kind of inventor Sherlock Holmes. Do this. I really want to be like a side character. Okay, okay. Bako Yuna. Ho ho ho. Hi, Hewan. Oh, he's British. Great British consulting detective. Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes. Not Sherlock Holmes. The British famous detective Sherlock Holmes. That's me. My head is throbbing. So is my I'm kidding. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. I can sense it with my spidey senses. Wait, I can't move! Oh, what the? Why am I in handcuffs? Is it Kazuma again? Kazuma took me to his dungeon. It's a little kinky. So you wake up now, Oh, am I in England? Sherlock Holmes. We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. Oh, what was I doing in the wardrobe? I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man. You found me then. Oh no, what are you gonna do with me, stepbrother? And now you pay criminal. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe? Have I been framed for another murder? How many times can this happen to me? How many times can this happen to me? Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is. Am I on a boat? No, I'll tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that... Masaka. Sasato, why'd you do it? Why'd you take his life? Did I kill... Have I been framed for killing my best friend this time? Don't tell me it's Kazuma. If it's Kazuma, I'm gonna actually jump off the ship. Mr. Sata! Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? No! No! No way. No way. Huh, you pretend you do not know you are a wolf in the sheep's pelt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. Fuck, no, not my bestie Kazuma. I knew this was gonna happen. Bro, why do we have to do this with every character that first appears in the first episode, huh? Why? First it was, what's his name, Mia Fey? Fuck, why? Why is it always the sexy characters? Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago. Here. In this very cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. His body? Fuck, you know what? Just throw me in the ocean. Please do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? But he can't be. Were we going to England together or something? And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Yeah, we could see it coming, but I'm still upset. This is some bullshit. Not Kazuma. Why? Why is it always the sexy characters? What about his headband? Is his headband still alive? Answer me, please. No. No! Yeah. Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Look, his headband's still alive here. Wait, is this game just gonna be us getting framed for murder over and over? I hope not. How many times? This is like reverse Detective Conan. His headband is dead too, sorry Shima. No, but his headband carries his soul. So if his headband's still alive, maybe we can revive him. We can use some kind of ritual to revive Kazuma. I believe in that. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Ha 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 ha. Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to oh my god, are you kidding me? He came with him in a suitcase. That's some fucked up. That's kind of what? Bro, just pay for his boat ticket. Pay for his boat ticket. Not oh my god. It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. I thought I was going to die. Yeah, why'd you? I can't believe people. Oh my god, you're stupid. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. He really did that. He really did the come in my suitcase, but literally. You must be even less of a man than you look. Why is he always dissing me? You know what? You deserve it. You deserve it, Kazuma. Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. 50 days, damn. But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. Oh, I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide it in her, couldn't we? Yeah, we snuck in Kazuma's suitcase. I don't think she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. Oh, you want to protect her. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. Get back in the suitcase. Get back in the closet. I know it's cramped, but you better get in here there, I think. It won't be for long. Bro, I've been living like this for 2 weeks. You expect... Wow, Kazuma really expected me to hide in the suitcase for like... Hide in the closet for like... how many days? 50 days? And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Literally in the closet. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I tell you what. Why don't you write keep out or something on this piece of paper? What? So that's why there was keep out on the thing. Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. Will that really work? Don't open. We should have just paid for the ticket. Jeez. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. Me and my homie. This is upsetting. We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer! No, I'm not a murderer. Duh, you said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Susato-san. Please tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you too. Oh, those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. Kazuma's death. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna turn off the aircon and also grab a drink. Tadaima. I just got some Yakult. What's with the wave emojis? Is it because I was using my tap? He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. And these handcuffs. They think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these 4 walls. What? Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Not the locked room murder mysteries. Locked room murder? Locked room, yeah. Or do you have some other explanation? This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still gonna deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Oh, that can't be right. I see an air vent on the top left. Damn, you played enough Among Us. Oh, you're correct. There's an air vent here. Damn, Uncle Red. Your powers of observation. Please, the shuttle-san, you have to tell me. Someone vented, obviously. The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died? The ship's doctor is examining the body, of course, but he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then. It's Among Us. That's true, yes. About the incident. Not because I have this kind of power, I just pick what people say and just find something that isn't right. What do you mean? Can't anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please, whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. What kind of training? What training? I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door, I wonder? I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside. No! Why is he writing in Russian? There was Kazuma-san, collapsed on the floor. And the white tape now there shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. Why was I sleeping in the wardrobe? I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe. This is all very hard to believe for me too, trust me. Hold on. So it's my turn to ask you a question. It's alright. Oh, my head feels so heavy. Still throbbing like anything. Stowaway. Why are you even on board this ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh yes, I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin this entire time. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-san's cabin for so long without him noticing? No, that would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. It's because he loves me. It's because we're dating. I'm his boyfriend. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? Oh, it's because he's in love with me. I knew it. It's because he's in love with me. Shoganai na. But you're dead now. How could you leave me like this, Kazuma? It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I'm in love with you. I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself. I already am a lawyer. Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. Kazuma couldn't live without me. Yeah. Kazuma Shima's canon. Not even Kazuma Ryunosuke. Why is it me? You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then I wouldn't mind marrying you. Well, I am a lawyer, so I'm a qualified lawyer, by the way. Then what? Nothing, forget it. What the hell? He was gonna confess to me, wasn't he? He was gonna confess to me. It's okay, Kazuma. Kazuma, Shima's a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. I'm a qualified barrister and solicitor of the High Court. Kazuma-sama is... He was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Oh, that's so romantic. Changing the legal system together. And being best homies together. Yes, maybe. Something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then. It was darker. It was darker than I'd ever seen it before. Susato-san. I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. My stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. Yeah, don't think so highly of yourself, but you're right. That's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact. What kind of relationship do you guys have, huh? Why are you guys so close? If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is... I don't really remember. We had like a kinky night, that's why I was in handcuffs. No, I'm kidding. possible I might be getting deja vu from the original previous Phoenix Wright games. They're all pretty similar, right? The structure-wise. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yes. How do you sleep in a closet like that? So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed? I'd been drugged. Well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable, really, I do. But it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Probably got hit on the head or something. Really? Kazuma drugged me? If it's Kazuma then. Something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please, forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there is no one else who could possibly have done this. What if someone came from the ocean? What if someone like came with like a little boat, came up to the ship, came and killed Kazuma and left? Kazuma, I don't understand why. Why did this have to happen? I can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry, but Kazuma was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm gonna work out who took Kazuma's life and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to excuse me. Hiya! Huh? What the? That was a Susato takedown. Susato what? What martial art form is that? The Susato. Now I should probably have like a Shima martial art form. Sure. Yeah. I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry, prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Feather slap? Judo. Have you forgotten already about... What was it? You successfully defended yourself in the court of law. Ah, I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime. My university collar pin. I'm gonna I always find this one really funny. Like, when are we gonna use this ever? Koreda! Oh, my keyboard isn't working. Which is still upside down. Tell me when I was discovered in the wardrobe before. Tell me when I was discovered in the wardrobe before. Shimfu? Was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh yes it was. I remember it clearly. Thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. I can't believe that actually worked. A kid or not. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before you opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Oh, genius! Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma! Wow, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor. I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Thank you, Susato-san. 3 million IQ. I mean, technically, yeah, he's right. I mean, he could have killed, yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me out? Oh, that's another locked room mystery in itself. Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here at least. Thank you. So you finally believe me? I'm sorry. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you use some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. Yeah, I mean, it could be another mystery that you have to solve. Like, how did I get in the closet but also stick this piece of paper up? You know, there could be ways to do that. What does she think? I am a magician? For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san. My best friend is dead, but it's okay, we gotta investigate. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Conjuring tricks? Right. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I will avenge your death. Is that a real outfit? Converse, why is that the option? I don't want to talk. Examine. Sig. The Japanese word for justice. The brush strokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. I guess we have like 2 pieces of evidence to prove what his handwriting is, because he obviously didn't write the Russian on the ground. That was probably written by like a Russian man, and then yeah, but we can prove that the note that he wrote was the same as his calligraphy handwriting. Yet can you really look at those characters without feeling shame knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can! I didn't do it! I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though he stowed away on the ship? He helped me! Now I'm gonna bring that up at you, I can't win! Jeez, woman, am I right? I'm kidding. Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly. Oh yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? Oh, I'm sure you're careful to look at all around using BM, aren't you? This is taking me out of my immersion, but thank you, I didn't know that. Don't forget to hydrate, Kingshima. I will drink water. Now, let's investigate all corners of his cabin. Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. Yeah, how does Susato-san know about keyboards? Don't take me out of my immersion. I know what I'm doing. Okay, there's a katana on the floor. Oh, what is that? What is that? I thought it was like a human leg. That's my dinner from last night. I roast chicken. It was really tasty. Why didn't you clean it up? Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate at the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how did the plate end up on the floor? But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me, haha! Oh no, does that mean poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. Why is that horrible? Oh no, I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. I ate his chicken. Knowing from an old time period, maybe a typewriter still exists. A typewriter still exists now! That's Kazuma-sama's. Oh, yeah. Oh, are we using a typewriter right now? That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on the ship. Yeah. I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone. But I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. I'll keep his sword. It's probably worth a lot. What about his headband? I want to see his headband. Is it still on his body? I've been investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place. What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. Something pink. Glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. I'm not sure if that sounds like Kazuma. unless he cross-dresses. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he? Unless he has a secret lover! And the mark beside it, what is it, I wonder? Has a sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It's the color of brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. Interesting. The books have fallen over on the shelf, look. They've all toppled the same way. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mown down at once. I wonder if... Perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think? Oh my gosh, he wakes up early in the morning to do sword training. He's cringe. He's got the power of anime and God on his side. I seriously doubt it. Then perhaps... It was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage. I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books in the statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder? Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. No, don't touch it! Why are you touching the evidence? Girl, why are you touching the evidence? Oh my god. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Burya. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. I have the power of God and anime on my side. Yeah! Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Am I a pet? We're breaking all the rules here. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? Well, that's so fucking rude. Do you wanna die as well? You know, I could murder someone right now. I can't decide. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Were you Kazuma's pet or? Oh! 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 Kazuma, you always had a weapon with you. Why didn't you tell them? No, he already told them. He told them already. You can't read. You're so bad at reading, Uncle Reed. You literally got special permission for it. Tasukaru. Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? That's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. One. Ah yes, I see it says this way up in Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewman wouldn't have been able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. I'm surprised I didn't have any injuries. Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than a suicidal takedown. Damn, how strong is this girl? Did Kazuma write that before he died? Kazuma knows Russian? It looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. And I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-san, no doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. Suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments. Was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your handwriting. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san. What? Then what language is it? Pains me to admit it, but I don't know. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? It's a Russian, probably. Because that was in the trailer. I mean, that was in the intro video thing. What have we not done so far? Okay. Guess it's time to move on to the side of the room. This is where dear Kazuma-sama. Dear Kazuma-sama, huh? You guys that close? Would have sat whenever he was writing. London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination. It looks as though the last entry is incomplete. Which means what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? I feel like we should check their ages just in case. What do you mean ages? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. Hiya! Not the suicidal takedown again. That's out of the question. What? Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important? What if he's confessing his love to me in his diary entries? Something relevant to the case? Alright, I won't read it. Poor Kazuma-sama. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? Yeah, I guess we won't get answers with Susato around. I guess the only way we can do this is if we take down Susato as well. It's 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout. Trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. Poor guy, he was in a closet. He was gonna be in the closet for 50 days. That's fucked. And last night was no exception. But because of that, he had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. No, sadly not. I'm so sleepy. Oh, I was clicking on OBS again. Damn, 50 days, but this boat seems pretty luxurious otherwise. I get really seasick on ships. Like cruise ships and stuff. It's 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Did I tell you guys, I get really motion sick. Even when like watching 3D movies or like Mario Kart, I feel really sick. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time? Oh, same one. Okay. Why did you do this one? Oh, oopsie. No. Okay, guys. Okay. Back. Let's check out the vents. Mustn't damage any of the ship's property, but it wasn't me who knocked them over. Well, anyway, I feel much better now that they're neatly lined up. I can't relax when things are in a mess. There's a vent here. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. Amogus time! A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear to, you're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. So true! Naruhodo-san! And that's true. Perhaps it's so the rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough, something like that. Suppose maybe that's it. Or it's built for murder. That it? Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. Not that guy. Not Sherlock Sholmes. As far as I can tell. What did he say? Huh? Oh, how do I check the script again? T. No idea who he is or how he got here. But he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall. Oh, he's tall. Not as tall as me. As far as I can tell, he looks like he might be European. Is he gay or European? Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He's Sherlock Sholmes. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And is he investigating Kazuma's desk or is he just playing on it? Can't tell. Why is he on top of it? Why is he destroying evidence? Well, in that case, we must simply talk with him. Am I imagining it, or does Susato-san almost look uncontrollably excited? She's a fan, I see. By the way, I expect you've noticed already, but just in case. If you press space on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with him. Why? Stop taking me out of my immersion, Susato-san. You're not supposed to know that I exist. Alright, then I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself. How tall exactly is he? I bet he's not 2 meters. Oh, please do. Excuse me. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh, this is a critical point in my investigation. Is he speaking English or Japanese? Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Oh, I thought he knocked himself out or something. Greetings, I hope I have... What did he say? Greetings, I hope I haven't kept you long. What exactly were you doing on Kazuma's desk just now? Oh, I see. Fascinating. Wait, how do I do it? How do I do a British accent? Fascinating. So what do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. He's wearing like fucking one of these goggles. Oh yes, everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I believe. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Have I? Sorry? What? And now, whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you find yourself in the most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least. But how? I didn't go to Afghanistan, I don't think. How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction. Hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madame. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being as you are a merciless revolutionary. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now travel England to blow up the Crystal Tower. Oh my gosh, he's just crazy. And when the beribboned occupant of this very beribboned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. That is not me. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you're talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. What is this? Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? Do I look Russian to you? I don't even see one person who fits the bill. So it's true. It was you who did the cosmos. Are you even listening? What? And you're plotting a revolution too. It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked. No, listen. There's no way yeah. Oh my god. Not the female characters that beat up the male MC for no reason. No, explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. That's rather ridiculous. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. And for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you do find yourself in the most troubling predicament, do you not? That's the most basic. Well, yes, maybe. Ha, there you have it, you see. What do you make of that, Well, to be honest, the ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. These poses, I bet this guy thinks he's so cool. Well, it do be it's kind of quirky, kind of cool. So I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. I nearly read that as pussy. And more often than not, I'm right. I don't think you introduced yourself. Oh, my apologies. How remiss of me. I'm none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The inimitable Sherlock Holmes. A bossy certitude. So it's really you, the actual Sherlock Holmes. Elementary, my dear. The very same, the inimitable, actual Sherlock Holmes. Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world? Naruhodo-san, of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. Oh my gosh, he's a scam artist. What planet have I been living on then? We must ask him what he's deduced. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? So you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Sherlock Holmes. Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Holmes. I see you're German? Sherlock, was it? No, I have no her. I mean, I have hair. Please call me Holmes. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Rome magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. He sounds like is he like a social media celebrity, micro celebrity kind of guy? I never miss an issue. Have it sent from England especially. Oh, she's a fangirl. I like the way Shima says his name. I'm trying my best to put on a British accent. Oh yes, here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So you're the protagonist in the series of short stories then? Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories, you started to think you really are a detective. Fuck. Wait, what is he, a cosplayer? Make no mistake, I'm not the poor deluded fellow you think you take me for. Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. Yeah, it's Sherlock Holmes. Hi, Maria. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson? What's his name? What's his actual name again? Dr. Watson. I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Maria, why are you here? Why are you here, huh? You have nothing better to do? Why, this very moment, I'm returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. I'm gonna judge based on how quickly you figure out these murders. I'm actually really good. It just takes a really long time. I'm really good though. I'm actually really good at Ace Attorney, as expected of a lawyer. Deduction, you see, is to me your science. Logical reasoning in its purest form. I can't support a friend down. Wow! We're friends? Are you saying we're friends, Maria? I wanna be more than just friends. The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in the subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. I feel like actual British people are gonna kill me. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. Sasuga Watashi. As it demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can you look me in the eye and claim that? I don't believe if you say that again. You don't want to be more than just friends with me, Maria. So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction and fame. Oh, I'm perfect. That is what makes me the one and only Sherlock Holmes. I mean, like, Detective Conan's really famous. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Kazuma. Do you know, have you played this game, Maria? Alright, have you played this game? Do you know Kazuma dies? Can't believe my bestie boyfriend died. Have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fella? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was me. It was none other than the great detective before you now. Mr. Sherlock Holmes, that's me. Oh, I see. In other words, I can't believe Kazuma died. I can't believe I'm being framed for my boyfriend's murder. I'm in these now because of him. When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all of the crew members to force the cabin door open. And then the sky appeared. And I concealed myself among us, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. I feel like that is a crime in itself. You're just a suspicious looking guy, Shima. How? With his handsome looks, my 2-meter build. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Sherlock Holmes was on board. And the handcuffs seem to have been an excellent fit. Mr. Naruhodo, why are you carrying those around with you, you kinky fuck? The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, 2 facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh really, 2 facts you say? 2 facts. Damn, it keeps increasing, I'm tired. Mr. Holmes, can we get to the court scene already? This is boring. 2-meter baby face boy would be very suspicious. What do you mean? I have such a chiseled jaw. Do you not see the fan art you drew of me? Is that not how you see me? Were you just lying to me this entire time? I'm such a chiseled jaw. I have like a defined six-pack. My figure, you can obviously tell how broad my shoulders are. Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please. What 2 facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning? That wasn't me, that was Tori. Wow. Oh yes, but first, let us be precise. The 2 facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate. What the fuck is elucidate? The 2 facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of crime were as follows. Number 1. The cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number 2. The victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Sholmes, what made you think the victim was Russian? Because it is Russian written here. Observe the dying message left by a victim on the floor. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. Do you really think someone could have left a dying message in Russian? This game is using Latin words. He just said it was Russian. In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. That's not his native language. Kazuma was Russian, was he? You're a bit silly. Initially, I considered Guard Rob might be the name of a killer. A certain Robert Guard, perhaps. But in the interests of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. Well, you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly? Quite so. I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people. Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea. Oh my gosh, you're too much of a fangirl. Holy shit. And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze for possible hidden details. Give Mr. Sholmes a consolation prize. No, he's so beautiful here. Look at his side profile. What the hell? He's so beautiful. I miss him. Oh no, his headband. His headband's not flying anymore. No, Kazuma's dead. Kazuma's dead for real. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered before the body was removed. Oh no, not the headband. His hands are drawn so nicely as well. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered before the body was removed. His Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. And died handsome. For real. For real. Oh, I should have given you one last kiss. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. If in the chat for Kazuma. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yeah, thank you. A photograph of the crime scene has been entered into the court record. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all of that. Oh yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, what do you think? What does he say here, wardrobe? Certainly, if it interests you. How many times? I'm not Russian, and I don't speak Russian. Can we talk about your introduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean. Oh, the now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other details that I was hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part? Oh yes, the more sordid details. What does sordid mean? It was fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, Russian Revolution... That does not look like me. Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night the Russian man was murdered. Since when was Kazuma Russian? It sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded he was Russian because of what Kazuma-san someone wrote on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who had killed the very man who helped him escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you villain Bolshevik. I don't even look like him. No, 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 no. How could it be me? I don't look anything like this man. Just look at his face. Wow, you're a fearsome revolutionary after all. This guy's fucking cringe. Therefore, you have no doubt learnt to revolutionize your appearance as well. Shit, fuck. I did plastic surgery to myself on the ship. I don't care, that kind of looks like Shima. He's so eccentric, he reminds me of you. What the fuck? Since when was I like this? Do I look like this? Huh? Is this your image of me? Think it looks like you too. I mean, he's tall and handsome, so I guess that part fits. Huh? I look the silly. I look the stupid. And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. I can see the resemblance. Oh, you guys, death penalty. Death penalty for all of you. Mario's onto something. It's a personality. Since when was I like that? I'm so smart. I'm way smarter than this guy. I'm not that silly. I'm smart and cool and collected. What about the other details of 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower? Oh yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder? And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also quite clearly stated here in the article, Bolshevik has recently returned after a period of subversive activities in war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place. Here, take the paper for yourself as a little memento of his great deduction. I mean, look, grey hair, tall, handsome, and has detective skills. He's basically you. But he's completely wrong. I'm always right. This guy is wrong. Except you're more cute. I'm not cute. I'm handsome. I'm handsomer than this guy. Thank you. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages. I see no rubbish bin nearby. An article about the revolution has been added. Okay, I see. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well. On the back? Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. You even have the glasses goggles on top of the head. Hey, those are different. I have very cool aviator sunglasses, whereas he has like fucking cringe as goggles. Hope it wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two. Oh, that's me. Me reading just the pictures. You got a hat too. Not even! The hat's way different. I don't look this silly. Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you? Kazuma. Oh, yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Same vibe. I'm gonna kill you. Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text. London diary. Kazuma was keeping notes of the trip. But I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. Tragic. I've already read it. It's something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Nihongo jozu desu. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Susato takedown is. Huh? Susato-san? Aren't you going to throw a detective with one of your trademark takedowns? I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean? Life is unfair. What the fuck? So it's just for me. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese. A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Chotodake. Chotodake shironai desu. Sayonara, bonsai, mikado, nado, nado. I trust you're suitably impressed. But this diary is littered with complicated looking characters of which I can read precisely none. Laughs in British. So what was all that showing off about before then? Shom's Chama. If you would be so kind as to show me, I'll be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes. Why so nice to him? You're gonna betray Kazuma like this? I thought you liked Kazuma. You whore. I'm much obliged, my dear madame. The final entry here is in Kazuma's diary. It consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? Oh no, that's scary. Cool. These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Speckled band? What on earth does that mean? Susato sure likes to pick someone who thinks is a good guy. Yeah. I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. The ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall which connects to the adjoining cabin. Speckled bat. Oh, it's a snake. Oh no, he got poisoned by the snake. Yes, the adjoining cabin. He put a snake through there to kill Kazuma. Shit. Then what about the Russian writing? I'm really hungry but I have nothing to eat. And I'm sleepy. So I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being at least. I might finish the stream after I finish this evidence gathering part because I'm tired. Who the fuck brought a whole snake to the ship? Haven't you played this game before? I think it was the Russian revolutionary guy. That explains the event, and we don't have an autopsy. As it happens, the victim's writing in this diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe, and if I'm still too long, seasickness takes hold. Oh, I suppose you're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to. Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exhaltation. Exaltation. Oh, I've seen so many of these words I've never heard before. So yes, I intend to investigate, hence the truth will become clear soon enough. I have, but I'm trying to enjoy this with you. Aww, I'm touched. Are you sure you don't want to be more than friends with me, Maria? Do you think perhaps that we could go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Goodbye, Shimakine. Oh, these. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No? There's no point trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was a culprit in the first place. Yeah, bruh. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. Bro, what? You must be joking. You just did it only a moment ago. Why is Shima so good at voicing antagonists? Ouchie, Shrooms? Is Shrooms an antagonist? I thought he was my buddy. Dear me, you're clearly misguided. I would not have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Shrooms. Well, actually, I did hear you say that too. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I have short-term memory loss. The villain accent and personality he has. I think annoying characters are funny. What do you call it? More fun to voice. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know. Not really. So what? Were you looking at my knees before? My knees? My knees? That's sexual. That's sexual harassment. Some great detective you are. Well, anyways, that was then and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Oh my gosh, she's fucking crazy. And now he's just being plain rude. And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name. His name's very twisted. Naruto-san, what are you standing there for? We must go investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can... Hiya! She can break it with her bare wrists, bare hands. Shom's kinda a psycho. Kinda like a men-hater man sometimes. After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue you're willing to give up. Can you stop beating me up? You're just gonna roll over and accept your fate? As if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. I don't like female characters that beat up the MC for no reason. This is the worst way to raise morale. Susato-san, you're the worst character. I think we still have some investigation to finish off on here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Good idea! The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself. And I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this. And bring the real culprit to justice! The culprit is Herlock Sholmes. But Shima, she's a cute anime girl. Oh, she's just a tsundere. She just can't control her feelings for me. I bet she killed Kazuma couldn't handle you having him for himself. Oh my gosh, it was out of jealousy. Fuck, it's because he loves me more. What am I missing here? I'm missing anything else. What is this? Do we sleep on the bed together at night? Have we been sharing a bed? We've already done this before. What else have I not looked at? I feel like I've looked at everything now. Excuse me. What? I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Por favor? Would you mind if I investigated a little outside? Yandere jealousy kill, yeah. I think that's how it ended up happening. She just did one smack across the head and he died. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it is not true, I see. So, the criminal asking prison guard to help him escape? Very funny. We're in the middle of the sea. There's no chance of me escaping. Nyeh! You stay in this cabin until next port. Then it is up to Hong Kong police to decide what they do with you. I can't do a Russian accent. You stay. Alright. Oh, I can't roll my R's. That's probably the biggest reason why I can't do a Russian accent. There's no point trying to appeal to this man's better nature, that's for sure. Can you guys roll your R's? I can't roll my R's. I don't think I could ever learn Spanish because I can't roll my R's. When I went for help and the crewman forced the door open. This bolt had been firmly closed. Yeah, it makes me really sad because I really want to do like a Yakuza, like Kura, but with the rolled R's, but I can't do it because I can't roll my R's. It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy. It just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in and out of the cabin, that's for sure. No wonder everyone suspects me. Why should glance at me like that? I feel tense all up and now it's fine. I remember reading once in a detective novel, the culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. But the door of this cabin and its frame are made out of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. Oh wait, I already... Deja vu. Oh look over there, there's another Russian man. Crewman, do you mean? He wasn't there before, was he? That's what I thought. Why don't we try talking to him? I bet he's a culprit. Probably because I'm likely to get yelled at again. I suppose I could try. Don't you need to roll the R for Japanese as well? Though? Yeah. でもね、日本語ではね、ちょっと違うんだよね。No, what's an R word in Japanese? It's like a D sound. Whereas like it's not like a continuous like can't do it. 留学だRobi. Ryunosuke. Like the R is different. Mav Shima. Rated 5 for Shima. Is that something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. Can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh my gosh, he's the guy from the newspaper. I bet he's the what do you call it? The war criminal. Oh, I guess you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir. Yes, what can I do for you? Oh my gosh, it's him! Not you again. Why is your hand still in the same position? They literally just drew us over the initial sprite. What the hell? I recognize that face, but it can't be. He's gonna cough up blood. It is! I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga! Not you again! Hello again. A mildly useless character. What are you doing here? I'm here to preserve evidence. I think it should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Was I that breathtaking? Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board the ship. Why is his hand still up like this? He's not a waiter anymore. Is Hosonaga just into cosplay? Yeah, I think that's probably his kink. Hosonaga! Omae kayo mata! He certainly seemed to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. He's just a cosplayer. How does the sleeve not get stained? No, that's just part of his character. He just vomits up blood and sucks it back in. Is there anything I can do to help you? Please ask. I never expected to see this man on board. But perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. Let's talk to him a bit more. He needs to stop. He needs to go to the hospital. It's been going on for way too long. So what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? I'm so sorry. Huh? This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. You killed him? You killed him? For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. Who's Asogi-san? It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who... Oh wait, is Kazuma's name Asogi? It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. You let him die, it's all your fault. Assassinated? Well, how could that even have been a possibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jigoku said that we should be prepared for all eventualities. Minister Howell? This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated? You let him die. You should go to hell. It's all your fault. Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. You had one job. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board. Can't take my eyes off of you. From morning until night, every day. What the hell? That's creepy. But I never imagined it would happen here inside his own cabin. Not here on the first class deck. First class? Just because it's first class? Wow, what does that mean? Rich people can't get killed? I failed miserably at my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result. You need to go commit Sudoku now. Hello, Richard likes spies, Shima. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. I mean, yes, they have money. Money protects us. Money doesn't protect you from Russian assassins. Hi, Junie. So if there's anything at all I can do to help now, just say the word. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not! We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. Why you look so sad? I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door. A stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. Persuasive? You're going to use your powers of persuasion? What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. Well, that's going a bit too far, it's okay. But I don't see how. There may be a way. What? Really? Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san, by presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. Evidence? It's just the same as when you were in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Simply select the present panel. The present panel? You're gonna give me a present? And choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use. So evidence that would give me a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes. I think I might know what we can use. Let's see if I can present the detective with the evidence he needs to persuade the captain. Let's see. Okay, I see. Let's present. Let's give you a present. We'll be killed by all the seamen on the ship. Seamen? Is that another? Is that a shimoneta? This one. I'll present this one. I'm so hungry. I want to eat food. I'm so hungry. Oh, wait, how do I? People. Oh, I miss him. I miss him. He's 23. Wait, how old are these people? Miko told she's 16. Okay, fair enough. You're stupid. You're young. Her look shows 34. That's embarrassing. A 34 and still doing this? That's fucking embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for you. Oh my god, I see. This guy's older than him. In terms of types, I still think Kazuma is the most handsome. That's pretty it. What's that? It's Kazuma's diary. I look like Kazuma for real, for you. You look like Kazuma for real, for real. you have like a headband that kind of has its own soul and moves around on its own. Hosonaga is 29. Police work really ages a man. Yeah, he looks like he's like mid-30s at least. Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Keep up, mine's blue. What are you? What do you call it? Liquid? Are you liquid Kazuma? That 90s shonen pro tag look. Yeah, I like the art style in here. Strange in what way? He wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Why is the girl with an E? A speckled band, that is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that, but what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. That ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin. That's right, so if we could investigate it, then we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. Alright then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove these handcuffs though. Why does everyone want me in handcuffs? But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line. If that's what it takes to convince the captain. Are you gonna smile like last time? Why can't you do that smile thing? After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you. Could have just done your job properly. Shake my head. Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san. Promise that the guard at the door won't snap our heads off. To be honest, Susato-san's probably stronger than them. Just like move and we can leave this cabin at last. Move. Alright, let's see what we can find out. Let's move. Oh, is that a mousetrap on the floor? 9th of January, 7:48 AM. It says Buria. First class cabin passageway. Phew, I'm finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be. Oh my gosh, he's been inside that room for the past 2 weeks. How's he not gone crazy? What have you been doing with Kazuma inside that room? And this is the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on the study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage. Really? That must be awful. But I've been living in a freaking cupboard this entire time, wardrobe. Oh, look over there. That's another crewman keeping watch. And he looks enormous. Even when he is sitting down. Not as enormous as me, though. The door next to him leads to the second class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose. Like people in handcuffs? Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. It's kind of rude. What do you mean? I'm older than you. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already, but I've been stuck inside the closet for 2 weeks. Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. It must have been a very trying time for you. Please, don't give me that pitying look. What kind of little boy would be in handcuffs? Go back. Am I supposed to examine right now? There's a huge book on top of the table there, and there's a pen next to it. Yes, that looks like the ship's log. Shall I have a little look through it? I'm so sleepy. 15 more minutes. There's so much evidence to collect. It's too long. It's taking too much time. The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. I bet the handwriting is the same as the Russian handwriting that's next to Kazuma. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful writing. And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment. I'm not sure what rough and ready is much of a compliment. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san, even to a sailor. What's wrong with rough and ready? I'm rough and ready. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably, that means there was nothing to report. Let's talk to this guy. Oh, it looks funny. Rough and ready for what? What do you mean? I'm rough and ready. Excuse me. Could I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer! That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you? You little third-class lady's maid? He's just rude. He is rough and ready. You seem to have caught the sailor on a bad day, Sir Sato-san. I'm not sailor. My mother gave me name. What are you called? I'm senior crewman. Biff Stroganoff. That's such a fucking stereotypical name. What the hell? Biff Stroganoff. Phew, the best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. He's not Mr. Rough and Ready, he's just Mr. Stroganoff. About this first class cabin area. Here we are in the finest part of Beria steamship for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens. Ah, that's why I'm here, because I'm a king. Kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. Oh, big strong enough. I see. That is why I'm guarding this place. Oh, gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. Why are his tan lines like this? Like, why does he have, like, you know, lines on his face? Is that like the American flag or? Yeah, I just caught it. Yeah, I didn't realize either. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal, but he's rough and ready. Thank you. If I may, I was wondering. Is the cabin next to Mr. Sogi's currently occupied? But yeah, I don't know what that says. Mr. Sato-san, did you understand that? Isn't it because of beef stroganoff? Yeah, I thought it was beef stroganoff. Yeah, I was like, isn't stroganoff like a type of food? That makes sense. I mean, it could be big stroganoff as well. Beef stroganoff. Sound like da. I think it's probably Russian for yes. Oh no. Which one is it? Dochi da yo. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Do you guys know Russian? Is da yes or no? Well, it sounds like there's someone in the next door cabin at least. Yes, it's tantalizing. Passenger next door cabin. Can you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? It's yes. Spasiba. His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. He is very important Western gentleman. Grimsby Warlock. What are these terrible names? I mean, my name is Naruhodo, but a Western gentleman. Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylott is an authentic Western gentleman. Wow, that's fucking racist. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. Fuck you. That's racism. That was harsh. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard? That's not your business. Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Kazuma's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin. Good soundproofing. We haven't felt like there's anyone there. Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right? That is not your business. Last night. What were you up to last night? Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff? One of the best dishes I have had. Really? Is beef stroganoff that yum? Duh, all time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out. I haven't had beef stroganoff before. I want to try. Is it some kind of stew? I wonder. His eyes are so silly. Yeah, they look really silly. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all? It is sad about student boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Hiat! I don't know what that says. Sasato-san, did you understand that? It was clearly a no! I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all. And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in some way? I said no! Sorry. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. It's basically beef with tomato sauce and spices. The Russian version is served over potatoes. Oh, potato! I want to eat potato. Oh, potato. But the Brazil version of that what BR stands for. BR version of beef stroganoff is way better. Beef stroganoff. It is time for me to report to captain. You must return to cabin. Yes, alright. Bulkhead to second class area staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain, or as English say, when pigs fly. The lobster whistles on top of the mountain? It's so specific. Is that a Russian saying? Like, for real? Good, now we can investigate this area properly, shall we? Definitely. I'm gonna stop the stream now because I'm tired. I think we'll continue this on in 2 days' time. Hold on. Where's the save? I'm gonna take a small nap and then I'm gonna go back to work. Save. Thanks for coming, everyone. Where's my BGM? I closed it. Yeah, thank you, Otsu. Thanks for watching. Sorry, I'm just really... I woke up earlier than usual today, so I feel like extra tired. Yeah, next time I'm gonna bring some food. I think it was the fact that I didn't have any food to munch on. Otsu, thanks for coming, everyone. Thank you, Shimas. We'll see you... not me. You'll see... Tomorrow will be an ASMR stream with Himane-san. So it's gonna be Hima... I don't know what kind of ASMR she's gonna do. Maybe potentially a date. Maybe it's a date with Hima. Maybe. ASMR with my sister. Permission to resurrect King Shima? You can try, but she's very she's good at playing hard to get. Date with Hima-ne-san. Maybe date with Hima-ne-san. Ne-san. Anyways, see you guys in 2 days time, or you'll see Hima tomorrow. But yeah, thank you for coming, everyone. Have a good rest, or whatever, good rest of your day, or I don't know, whatever you have after this. But yeah, bye bye, see you again soon. Thanks for coming. Sorry I couldn't play through much of it, but yeah, I will go take a nap, and then I'll go eat something, and then I'll work. Bye bye, bye bye, bye.